hero you were meant to be. Get over here!
Hey everyone, welcome back to Movie Century. Hope you're all doing great. We've got an update that's got the entire Mortal Kombat community buzzing. Now, it might look like a small detail on the surface, just a few leaked photos, but trust me, there's a lot hiding underneath. New images of Kitana from Mortal Kombat 2 have surfaced online, and what they show could tell us way more about the sequel than anyone expected. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's break down what these leaks could really mean, from design choices to hidden story clues, and maybe even how it all connects to what's coming next for the franchise. Alright, so here's what went down. Over the weekend, a Mortal Kombat fan page dropped a few high-quality behind-the-scenes shots, apparently from recent filming or promotional material. They show Kitana wearing a slightly different outfit than what we saw in the first trailer and earlier BTS footage. At first glance, you might miss the difference, but when you look closer, the changes are striking. Her mask is still there, that classic royal ninja aesthetic, but the blue? It's deeper, richer, almost glowing. The armor has sharper edges and new silver detailing along the shoulders and chest, giving it a refined, battle-ready feel. Some fans immediately jumped on the redesign after delay theory, suggesting that Warner Bros. Might have quietly reworked Kitana's costume during reshoots. It's possible, but honestly, there's not much evidence that major reshoots even happened. What's more likely is that this outfit represents one of several looks Kitana will have throughout the movie, kind of how the games show her evolving gear between fights or chapters. At New York Comic Con, Kitana's actress casually dropped a detail that might explain everything. She used 9 different pairs of fans during production. Yes, 9. Each set was apparently customized for specific scenes and fight sequences. That means multiple versions of Kitana, maybe ceremonial, stealth, and final battle versions, each with a distinct tone and costume to match. So this new outfit could actually be her final battle armor, designed for the climactic confrontation. If you think about it, the earlier light blue version fits her Outworld Princess phase, while this darker one screams battle-tested warrior. The overall vibe feels much closer to her Mortal Kombat 11 appearance, elegant yet deadly, which suggests the movie's design team might be steering closer to that game's cinematic tone. Darker palettes, higher contrast, heavier armor. Some fans also joke that if Kitana's changing outfits, maybe we'll finally get to see Jade with hair, which, let's be real, would be a pretty epic surprise for longtime fans. Let's talk about that color for a second. The deeper blue stands out instantly, and not just visually. In the MK universe, blue has always represented royalty, focus, and control, traits that define Kitana as both a fighter and a leader. But fans noticed how unusually vibrant it looked, which raised the question, is that color real or digitally enhanced for marketing? That's actually a fair question. Studios often tweak promo images to exaggerate lighting or tone, but either way, that hue makes Kitana pop against Outworld's darker scenery. It gives her that center-of-the-frame presence that heroes or anti-heroes usually get in Final X. So whether it's a costume evolution or simply post-production magic, the intent is clear. Kitana's being visually positioned as a core figure in the sequel, maybe even the emotional anchor. Kitana's redesign wasn't the only takeaway from those leaks. The same batch included shots of Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, and Shao Kahn, and each one adds another layer to what we can expect from the movie's tone. Sonya's staying classic, tactical black gear, fingerless gloves, no unnecessary flash. Johnny's full of personality as always, leather jacket, shades, that Hollywood danger vibe. But then there's Martin Ford's Shao Kahn, easily the most jaw-dropping reveal so far. The man looks like he stepped right out of Mortal Kombat 1. Massive armor, glowing red eyes, pure intimidation. You can feel the menace even in still photos. What this shows is that the production team seems to be leaning harder into the fantasy side this time. The 2021 film played it a bit safe, grounded even. This one looks like it's embracing the absurdity, the power, and the brutality the franchise is known for. And honestly, that's exactly what fans have been asking for. Now, here's something curious. These images weren't snapped yesterday. Reports suggest they were actually taken around 3 weeks ago, right before the Mortal Kombat 1 Final Kombat event. So they've been quietly circulating in private fan groups before blowing up publicly. which again gives them that half official, half mysterious energy fans love to dissect. So what's the truth here? Did Warner Brothers reshoot major scenes, or are these just alternate costumes? Half the community is convinced the studio went back for visual updates and tone corrections after mixed feedback from the first film. The other half, and personally this feels more realistic, believes these are intentional costume variants tied to story progression. Think about it. Every Mortal Kombat game gives its fighters multiple skins and upgrades. It's practically part of the franchise DNA. Translating that into live action makes sense, especially for a movie that's supposed to feel like a natural extension of the games. We already know Liu Kang has multiple outfits in the sequel, so Kitana joining that trend fits perfectly. Even Johnny might have alternate gear depending on the mission or setting. Could Scorpion, Sub-Zero, or Jax also get upgrades later in the movie? Possibly. And imagine if Scorpion's armor evolves into something more demonic by the final act. That's the kind of fan service moment that would absolutely light up theaters. Let's address the biggest mystery of them all. Where is Liu Kang in all this? Fans have been joking, half seriously, that Liu Kang's been completely left out of every major marketing push. One comment that went viral literally said, "Bro's the fire god, but can't even get a poster." And honestly, it's weird. Liu Kang is usually the centerpiece of Mortal Kombat. His absence could either mean he's being held back for a big reveal, or he's in serious trouble plot-wise. Could the story be building towards a passing of the torch, maybe from Liu Kang to Kitana or another hero? Or is this just a marketing tactic to avoid spoilers? Knowing Warner Brothers and NetherRealm, it's probably deliberate misdirection. Remember, MK11 hid its entire time reset plot until release, so keeping Liu Kang out of the spotlight might be a clue that he plays a more surprising role than we think, possibly even as a twist antagonist or fallen god figure. Here's where speculation gets wild, but interesting. Some fans believe Mortal Kombat 2 the movie and the next Mortal Kombat 2 game could be interconnected launches. The theory goes like this. The movie's delay wasn't just about post-production polish. It was a strategic move to align with NetherRealm's next game announcement. Imagine both dropping around the same time, a full-blown Mortal Kombat media explosion. It sounds ambitious, but it wouldn't be the first time Warner Brothers tried brand synergy between games and film. Injustice and MK11 already showed how transmedia storytelling can work when timed right. So maybe that delay we were all frustrated about is actually part of a bigger, smarter plan. Let's be real for a moment here. Kitana has always been a fan favorite, but this redesign has pushed her popularity through the roof. Social media is flooded with fan art, edits, and cosplays, some even calling for a Kitana-focused spin-off set in Edenia. And honestly, that wouldn't be the worst idea. Exploring her backstory, her rivalry with Mileena, and her relationship with Liu Kang could create one of the richest character-driven arcs in the MK universe. If Mortal Kombat 2 performs well, don't be surprised if Warner Brothers seriously considers it. They're clearly invested in expanding franchises right now, and Kitana's momentum might just make her the breakout star of the sequel. As expected, the fandom went into detective mode instantly. Reddit threads, YouTube breakdowns, 4K image analysis, you name it. But overall, the tone has been positive. After years of division over the 2021 film, fans finally seem to be united in excitement again. Sure, there's healthy skepticism, especially about balancing brutal action with emotional storytelling, but people genuinely believe this movie could deliver. And honestly, it feels like that cautious optimism the franchise needed. We were supposed to have seen Mortal Kombat 2 by now. The delay definitely stung, but looking at what's coming out, maybe that wait will pay off. If the extra time meant refining visuals, enhancing choreography, and letting the cast truly embody these characters, then the delay might have been the best decision possible. Because from everything we've seen so far, this sequel looks like it's aiming to hit that perfect balance. Brutal fights, cinematic storytelling, and characters that finally feel like the ones we've been playing for decades. At the end of the day, it's easy to spiral into over-analysis. Maybe this new Kitana look isn't a massive redesign. Maybe it's just better lighting or a filtered promo image. But that's part of the fun of being a fan. Every little leak becomes a puzzle piece, and each theory keeps the conversation alive while we wait for official footage. Between Kitana's updated look, Kahn's terrifying armor, the mystery around Liu Kang, and the possibility of a coordinated game movie release, Mortal Kombat 2 is shaping up to be one of the most bold and most talked about video game adaptations in years. If they can deliver the tone, the choreography, and that this feels like the game energy fans have been begging for, it might just redeem everything that didn't land in the 2021 reboot. That wraps it up for this video. What do you think of Katana's new look? Is it a simple costume variant, or do you think it hints at a bigger story arc? And here's the real question. Do you believe Warner Brothers might be timing the next Mortal Kombat game with the movie's release? Drop your thoughts down below. I'll be reading through all your theories. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your fellow Mortal Kombat fans. Your support keeps the channel alive and the discussions going strong. Until next time, stay safe and stay hyped.